The content creators are big mad at CapCut right now. CapCut is an app I've been using since I started content creation a couple years ago, and I love it. It's the easiest to use, simplified for people like me, the over 40 group that just needs something that's easy to understand and efficient. A lot going on right now with TikTok, CapCut. Basically, all of these are under the umbrella of ByteDance, which is the parent company. Now, a lot of people are saying, ByteDance is it's not Chinese owned, right? That was the whole argument during this whole, shutdown attempt at TikTok, was that it is a Chinese company, even though Xiao Chu, who is the CEO, is Singaporean. And he's American. He's here, he lives here, the company's based out of here, and everything is being done here in the United States. However, I truly believe it is actually Chinese owned. Actually, after doing a lot of research and seeing how that app operates and how it's biased to certain types of people on the app, I believe it is Chinese based. It does discriminate, it does all of the above. But that's not what I want to talk about, although it does play into what I'm talking about right in this video, which is talking about the brand itself, TikTok. You guys probably understand that everything in the future from here on out is going to be controlled, whether it's by your government, whether it's big corporations, whether it's just a company trying to gather information, because we all know that data is big. Data is something people want. Data mining companies are, on the up and up. If you say you're a data miner and you can get information for any kind of company to gather information for marketing purposes, you are good as gold. So if you have those skills, get to work. So real money is in your data. Sure, they push, they want you to do these type of edits. And I'll show you a couple clips of some of the things. They have templates on CapCut. They have so many different cool, neat functions that they really push creators to use. But there's a friend of mine on TikTok. His name is James Lee, and his channel is amazing. You need to check it out because he talks about groups like Palantir, data companies that really are just out to get you. And I'm talking about facial recognition, audio and speech patterns, using your audio, location information, usage behavior. And now these companies are getting bolder and they've become straightforward. We want your data. We want your intel. We want everything about you to collect because we know it's going to serve a bigger purpose. Just Americans, I'm sure this is happening everywhere overseas. Anyone jumping on any social media app should be ready to recognize that their information is being sold. They're scaling for profit. So now that CapCut has become wildly used by creators, even people like myself, do cuts, put images. These are things that we're using these apps for, and they're effective, right? You can put the little noise, you can put the YouTube button here. Those type of things are needed in order for your video to feel a little bit more friendly. People don't like to watch videos that are just talking heads anymore. People are highly visual, men and women. And now that they're pushed their subscription plans, and this is something I've noticed with CapCut. CapCut upped their subscription price to like $29. I mean, I was paying when I first started using it, like $9 or $9.99. And now it's $20 a month for me to use basic features of CapCut. I just don't see it as beneficial anymore. They're restricting different features that were once free to only pro users, Think of any app you use, they'll give you a little freebie, right? It's a little taste, and then they push all the little bells and whistles on you with the pro features. So this I had to look up because obviously I'm not a lawyer and I would not want to ever give my viewers any incorrect information. Why the shift in responsibility? Because that has been the big red flag that everybody's been, stop using CapCut. It's just bad. They're using your information and they can use it however they want, in any way they want. They can use it for marketing, for videos, for promotional. They can use your image and likeness. It's giving Black Mirror and it's giving dystopian. And you can't tell me that we're not living in Orwell's book, right? This is where we're at. And people need to come to grips with reality. It's the price of what you're paying in order to live in this digital world. The shift in responsibility, back to the legal aspect, is if you upload copyrighted, right? Copyrighted material. This is audio. Think of any song you use, any image even, right? Because this is something that's very tricky, even for people using YouTube. Is really hard on people when it comes to copyright material. In fact, they'll flag your video before it even gets put out there to the public and say, this video is copywritten, and be prepared for any legal ramifications because we're not responsible. So this is copywritten and we can't really pay you for this. So if you've uploaded the copyright material, it's your fault, is what CapCut is saying. If you edit your edits, right, your little edits, let's say you make a great montage, it violates someone else's likeness, it's your liability. If you're unaware of these rules, right, let's just say you're just like me and you're just using the app and maybe you didn't even read these terms and services, which no one's reading 20, 30 pages of any kind of legal document. And even when you copy and paste those things into CapCut and ask to simplify, it will never hit the same as having a pair of legal eyes on these documentation. That way you protect yourself. And legally, this is going to shield CapCut from so many lawsuits, and it puts the burden on all of you. So will I be using CapCut? Probably not, but digital platform, anything you use in the future, be prepared that they're probably all going to shift to this model. You think Adobe, InShot, all these other apps are not going to say, hey, look at what CapCut's doing. And they're guarding themselves, putting guardrails. They're charging people a boatload of money, and people are paying for it. These apps usually start by empowering people, and then they shift to this exploitation of your profile. I mean, there's people already complaining that, companies have used their face in marketing and campaigns without their permission.
My video. This is a company using my video that has over 12 million views, and they posted it on their Facebook page claiming that it's their product, but I didn't even buy the specific product from them.
I can see a lot of lawsuits going on in the future with this kind of stuff. I mean, we're entering a seriously different digital age than maybe the 90s, where we had, basic MySpace and these type of things. There wasn't a lot of issues because there wasn't AI at the time.
Guess what? Your ChatGPT conversations, the ones, even though you thought you deleted them, those might still be up for grabs, and they might not be as private or as safe as you think. OpenAI was ordered by a judge to keep and hand over any and all user chats that were discovered, prompts, everything, you name it, everything.
Really altering images. I see people do it all the time with celebrities, using their image in cartoonish ways, using it to really poke fun of them. I saw one with Diddy and Cassie it was actually disgusting, and I just kept thinking to myself, lawsuit for a lot of these creators, because you're not just using my image in a degrading manner, you're using it to maybe poke fun at something that has been harmful and has harmed me. It's disgraceful. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, guys. There's a lot of this stuff. Anyways, what you can do is you can read your terms, like I said, carefully. Or what you do is, if you have somebody that you know that is a lawyer, just have them look at it and say, I'll tell you right now, I'm not that concerned about the AI because nobody wants to copy me. Obviously, I would say use open source platforms like InShot, Kdenlive, DaVinci Resolve. These are some open source. They're more privacy conscious apps. However, like I said, give it 6 to 10 months. All of it will be the same. You're gonna, of course, take the overflow of people fleeing CapCut, and they're going to go ahead and say, come on over here, we're great, we protect your privacy. But remember, it's only a temporary thing until they themselves, and I'm making this assumption, obviously this is not legally accurate, that most of these companies will do the same. Obviously have a backup. I have a couple of hard drives, a Seagate hard drive. I have a SanDisk. Anything can happen. I also have cloud storage that I pay a boatload of money for. But it's good to have everything everywhere, right? Right, we need it. And awesomely, like for me, I feel that CapCut is not, for me, it's still gonna be the app I would want to use, but unless I feel like there's a benefit to using it anymore, like they come out, here's something I really want these apps to come out with. I want to be able to, like how I'm having this talking video here, I want to be able to upload this video in its raw format and have them edit everything for me. Put the captions, create the hashtags. I want them to edit my image if I have, like, you know, maybe a hair out of place. I want them to do all of that, including any background shots, pulling any data from the internet. I want it to be a one and done generative AI that does it all. I would pay a premium price for that. I haven't seen that yet. Even ChatGPT doesn't. ChatGPT still says all we can do is give you prompts for storyboarding, script writing, you know, coming up with good background sounds, B-roll, pauses. It's a great, you know, tool for people who are wanting to do some editing and get some feedback on how to storyboard and how to make a really great video. But I don't really do that. I just talk from my heart, and I talk from, you know, obviously looking up information too, because guys, do we not all realize this is where we're headed? Why are people freaking out? Like, why are you freaking out? They've been using our information, maybe not just in the manner so boldly to say, hey, from now on, you know, we have all rights to everything. But every app is doing it, even using TikTok. They have their terms and services, and I'm sure people don't read half the stuff that they say. Anyways, you guys tell me if you'll be using CapCut still. If not, go ahead and tell me what you'll be using. As always, remember to have a great day and think for yourself.